Time for another episode of Make My Weight Loss Tea with me. And in this one, we are getting a little bit boozy. Why? Because we're making one of my absolute favourites, Vodka Penne Pasta. Right, now before anyone questions it, yes, I am making this in a wok, but it's a pan that kind of suits this dish, and it's about the best pan I've got for it. Anyway, in here we're going to stick a teaspoon of olive oil, which is 2 sprays of that. I'm going to bring it up to heat. Now while that's warming up, we're going to get a pan ready for the pasta. And when you're cooking pasta, you need to make the water as salty as the Mediterranean Sea. Right, let's get some boiling water in here, and we're just going to bring it to a rolling boil before we add the pasta. And into this one, we're going to add our first ingredients. Before it gets too hot, you just kind of want to sweat these down. You do not want a high heat, especially using olive oil. We've got 1 posh onion, aka shallot. You can just use a normal brown, white onion. And we've also got 2 cloves of garlic. You can use garlic if you want to, or squeezy garlic. I've just chopped up 2 cloves. And I've not done them that fine. Why? Because I'm an absolute garlic fiend. I love the stuff. All right, in with the shallots and garlic, we're just going to add a little bit of Susie salt and a touch of paprika. Right, after a minute or so of the shallot and garlic, or any onion you decide to use, softening, yeah, we're going to add our vodka. We're going in with a double. Now, don't worry, all the alcohol in the vodka will burn off, but if you don't want to use vodka, you could use a little bit of lemon juice instead. All right, so that vodka is in there, and like I say, the alcohol will burn off. Okay, when that has burnt off, we're going to add 45 grams. By the way, all the individual ingredients is in the video description, so if you forget what I'm saying here. Anyway, this is 45 grams of double concentrate tomato puree, and we're just going to add that in and let it cook down a little bit. You want to cook that tomato paste off, otherwise it can be a little bit tinny. And pasta of choice for this dish. Did I say penne at the beginning? I might have done. I'm actually using rigatoni, which is very similar to penne. Basically, you want a tube pasta. All right, and that is going into our water, and you're going to cook that until it is al dente. All right, keep moving this tomato paste around. You do not want it on too high a heat. Turn the heat down a little bit if needs be. Okay, actually, while that paste is on a really low heat, I'm going to prep the meat that we are having with this dish. And I'm doing some pork medallions. So I've got, let me just alter the camera a little bit there so you can see that. I've got a lovely pork loin, tenderloin fillet from my local butchers. And we're just going to cut this into kind of inch pieces, as it were. Like that. All right. Yeah, so little medallions like that is what we want. Okay, so in here we've got 300 grams of pork medallions, and we're going to add a little binder, which is going to be just a drizzle, tiny little bit of barbecue sauce. And then we're just going to go in with a little bit of all-purpose seasoning. You use whatever you want. Hands in. Right, give it a good mix. Get these medallions fully coated. Bit of barbecue sauce with that seasoning. Lovely. Air fryer, 10 minutes. Right, the pork's on, so let's get the next ingredient into this tomato paste, which has been cooking out patiently. And we are going for 40 grams of light soft cheese. So roughly the same amount of soft cheese as tomato paste. All right, so that's about 40 grams there. And again, give that a good mix in. Now, in traditional vodka pasta dishes, they use heavy cream a lot of heavy cream. But obviously we're being quite calorie conscious. So yeah, we're going in with a light soft cheese and use that to kind of deglaze the pan. And what you're going to have now is a rather thick orange looking paste. That is the colour we want. I was thinking, let me move my camera back up because I moved it down for you. So yeah, so we should have quite a thick orange paste. That is what we want. Now, again, just let this melt down a little bit. And now we're going to thin out this paste. Dead simple, with some warm water out the pan. Now, you could use your pasta water, but remember, that is quite salty. So I might use a little bit of pasta water in a minute, just to add some extra seasoning, but just a splash of warm water. Remember, you can add a bit more, but you can't take away. So just put a splash in. See what the consistency is like. If you need to add any more, add a bit more. And do you know what? That isn't too bad at all. Okay, pasta's well on its way. You want this pasta to be al dente. All right, that's what we're going for. Now this sauce is just missing one more ingredient, and this sauce will really thicken back up quite quickly. So if you feel you need a bit more water in there, again, you can add a bit of pasta water to season, or you can just put a bit of normal water in. I'm going to add, this time round, again, just for a little bit of seasoning, I'm going to add a little bit of pasta water. Again, remember, you can add more, but you can't take away. So just add a little bit at a time. Lovely. Right, let's get this final ingredient in. And the final ingredient that needs to go into this sauce is Parmigiano Reggiano. And we're just going to go in with about 30 grams of Parmesan. Very strong cheese. Let's see where we get to there. $25 grams. That will be enough, and that will add a really nice rich flavour into this sauce. This will also help to thicken it up again as well. So again, if you need it, add a bit more water. I've not had a taste yet, so we will have a taste very, very shortly. Okay, a little taste. Oh, that is lovely. It's very, very rich. You don't need a lot, but the flavour is really, really nice. Let's check this pasta. I don't know if I said the weights of the pasta, but we are having 75 grams each. So there's 150 grams in this pan. Yeah, pasta's really, really nice. Got a nice bite to it. Wants another minute or so. Then we're going to add the pasta into the sauce. I'm just going to use a cup here, and I'm just going to retain a little bit of that pasta water. The pasta is good to go. We're going to drain it straight away, and then that is going to go straight into that sauce. And now we're going to give it a really good mix. We want this sauce to fully coat all the pasta. We want it to get into the tubes of the pasta. Get all that flavour on the go. And I would say for me, this sauce is just slightly too thick. So a little bit of that retained pasta water, just a little dribble in there. There, that's what we want. Beautiful, look at that. Silky smooth vodka pasta. Right, the pork's 1 minute away, so let's get ready to plate up. Okay, our pasta bowls, pasta's ready to go. Let's get it all nicely dished up. Here's our pork. Have a little look at that. I was going to try and plate this up a bit chefy, but I'm not going to. We will just get the pork on the plate. 3 pieces for Rach, 4 pieces for me. And now all we need is a little touch of seasoning. And one final finishing touch is some of this lovely Parmesan cheese And we're just going to have a little sprinkle over the top. Okay, this entire dish is 710 calories for 52 grams of protein. Like I say, I'll put all the ingredients in the description, and I'll put the pasta on its own, which I think is 489 or 498 calories, and then the pork on top. Anyway, there we go. That's my vodka pasta, vodka rigatoni pasta. Give it a go.